Welcome to this comprehensive training on safety, health, and environmental concepts for the process industry. In this series, we will explore the vital role of employees in maintaining a safe working environment, protecting themselves and their colleagues, and ensuring that operations comply with regulatory standards. Process industries, including chemical, petrochemical, and manufacturing plants, operate under high pressures, high temperatures, and sometimes hazardous substances. Understanding safety principles is not just a regulatory requirement, it is essential for preserving lives, protecting the environment, and maintaining productivity. Throughout this training, you will learn about the responsibilities of process employees, the tools and strategies used to prevent incidents, and how safety is integrated into every level of operation. By the end, you will have a clear understanding of how to actively contribute to a safer, healthier, and more environmentally responsible workplace. Process employees have evolved from traditional labor roles into highly skilled technicians who are central to plant safety and efficiency. They operate and monitor complex equipment, analyze process data, and ensure quality control while following strict safety protocols. Their role includes maintaining compliance with environmental regulations and preventing incidents before they occur. This requires a thorough understanding of equipment, chemicals, and emergency procedures. Moreover, process employees must communicate effectively with supervisors, engineers, and coworkers to identify risks and implement corrective actions. Their expertise ensures that production runs smoothly, hazards are minimized, and safety culture is embedded in every action. In short, these employees are not just operators, they are the frontline guardians of both human and environmental safety in the process industry. The process industry inherently involves numerous hazards, including chemical exposure, high-pressure systems, extreme temperatures, mechanical operations, and electrical systems. Employees must recognize that even routine tasks can present risks if not performed properly. For example, a minor leak of a toxic chemical can quickly escalate into a serious incident if not addressed immediately. Risks are also cumulative, meaning repeated exposure to low-level hazards can result in long-term health problems. Training in hazard recognition, proper use of personal protective equipment, PPE, and adherence to operational procedures is essential. Risk management is not just about reacting to accidents. It is about proactively identifying, evaluating, and mitigating hazards before they cause harm. Understanding these principles allows employees to make informed decisions, reducing both human and financial costs for the organization. It is critical for process employees to distinguish between safety hazards and health hazards. Safety hazards are those that can cause immediate injury, such as slips, trips, falls, mechanical failures, fires, or explosions. Health hazards, on the other hand, are typically long-term exposures, such as inhaling dust, chemicals, or repetitive strain from improper ergonomics. Both types of hazards must be managed proactively. Employees must learn to recognize both immediate dangers and long-term risks, understand regulatory thresholds for exposure, and implement controls to minimize these hazards. By balancing attention to both safety and health, a workplace can maintain not only compliance with standards, but also the long-term well-being and productivity of its employees. Safety is not merely an operational concern. It is a management responsibility. Effective safety management integrates policies, training, inspections, and continuous improvement into daily operations. Managers must establish clear procedures, communicate expectations, and ensure that employees understand the importance of compliance. Safety performance should be measured and monitored, and incidents must be analyzed for root causes. An effective safety program reduces accidents, protects the environment, and increases operational efficiency. Employees who work in a well-managed safety culture are more engaged, confident, and productive, knowing that both their well-being and the plant's efficiency are top priorities. Over the last 30 years, process employees have transformed dramatically. Originally, operators performed manual labor with little technical training, focusing mainly on running machinery. Today, they are skilled technicians responsible for complex instrumentation, process control, safety monitoring, and environmental compliance. This evolution reflects the increasing complexity of modern plants and the necessity for employees to be technically proficient, detail-oriented, and capable of responding to emergencies. Understanding this evolution is key for appreciating the current role of process employees as highly trained professionals critical to operational safety and efficiency. Modern process employees must possess a combination of technical, analytical, and interpersonal skills. They must understand the equipment and chemical processes, interpret data from control systems, and communicate effectively with engineers and other operators. Problem-solving skills are critical when identifying hazards or troubleshooting process deviations. Additionally, employees must work collaboratively in teams, follow standard operating procedures, and adapt to new technologies and automation systems. The development of these skills ensures that the plant runs efficiently while maintaining safety and environmental compliance. Environmental responsibility is a core component of process industry operations. Employees are tasked with monitoring emissions, managing wastewater, handling solid waste, and ensuring that operations comply with environmental regulations. This responsibility not only protects the surrounding environment, but also prevents legal and financial consequences for the company. Employees must understand environmental laws, report non-compliance, and implement corrective actions promptly. In doing so, they contribute to a sustainable, safe, and efficient industrial operation. Recognizing hazards is one of the most critical responsibilities of process employees. Hazards can be physical, chemical, biological, or ergonomic in nature. Employees must be trained to identify risks before they cause harm, such as spotting leaks, identifying unsafe machinery, or noticing repetitive strain risks. Early recognition allows preventative action, reducing the likelihood of accidents and long-term health issues. This proactive approach to hazard identification is essential for building a safe and reliable workplace. The history of workplace safety has shaped modern regulations and practices. Beginning in the early industrial era, frequent accidents led to the development of safety protocols. Major milestones, such as the establishment of the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, OSHA, in 1970, created formal standards for protecting workers. Understanding this history helps employees appreciate why safety procedures exist, how regulations evolved, and the importance of compliance. It also highlights the continuous improvement of safety practices to adapt to new technologies and industrial challenges. Process industries face a wide array of hazards. Fire hazards can result from flammable chemicals or high temperatures, while chemical hazards include exposure to toxic substances or corrosive materials. Electrical hazards arise from live equipment, and mechanical hazards include moving machinery or pressurized systems. Ergonomic hazards result from repetitive motions, poor posture, or heavy lifting. Employees must be trained to recognize and respond to each type of hazard, understanding both the immediate risks and potential long-term health consequences. This comprehensive awareness is critical for maintaining a safe workplace. Personal protective equipment is a fundamental layer of defense against workplace hazards. Employees must understand when and how to use gloves, safety glasses, helmets, fire-resistant clothing, respirators, and other protective gear. Correct usage is essential. Not only wearing the PPE, but ensuring it fits properly, is maintained, and is appropriate for the specific hazard. Training on PPE reinforces a culture of safety and protects employees from both immediate injuries and long-term exposure to harmful substances. Safety signage provides critical information to employees, alerting them to hazards and guiding safe behavior. Signs indicate the need for PPE, identify chemical hazards, mark fire exits, and display emergency procedures. Employees must understand and respond appropriately to each sign, using them to navigate the facility safely. Recognizing these visual cues is as important as following written procedures and contributes to preventing accidents and maintaining a safe work environment. Employees must be trained in emergency response procedures. This includes responding to fires, chemical spills, equipment failures, and other urgent situations. Training involves knowing evacuation routes, using emergency equipment like extinguishers or spill kits, and communicating effectively with supervisors. Preparedness ensures that incidents are contained quickly, minimizing harm to personnel, property, and the environment. Continuous drills and scenario practice reinforce these skills for real-life situations. Hazard communication is vital for preventing chemical accidents. Employees must understand chemical labels, material safety data sheets, MSDS, and hazard symbols. Effective communication ensures that everyone in the facility knows the properties of chemicals, potential risks, and safe handling procedures. Proper training in hazard communication also promotes reporting unsafe conditions and reinforces a culture of safety, protecting workers and the surrounding community. Every piece of process equipment can present potential hazards. Operators must understand the operating limits of pumps, valves, and reactors, recognize signs of malfunction, and respond immediately to abnormal conditions. Training emphasizes both preventative maintenance and emergency shutdown procedures, ensuring that equipment is safe and that risks to personnel and the environment are minimized. Awareness and vigilance are key to preventing incidents before they escalate. Chemical hazards are a primary concern in process industries. Employees must identify corrosive, flammable, and toxic substances, understand safe handling procedures, and use appropriate PPE. Proper storage, labeling, and spill containment protocols reduce risks, while training in hazard communication ensures employees know the properties of each chemical. Even minor lapses in handling can lead to serious accidents, making vigilance and education essential. Fire and explosion hazards are among the most dangerous in process industries. Employees must identify sources of ignition, maintain safe distances, and follow strict protocols for flammable materials. Training includes the use of fire extinguishers, suppression systems, and emergency evacuation. Understanding chemical reactions and process conditions helps prevent ignition, protecting both personnel and the facility from catastrophic events. Electrical hazards pose significant risk in industrial environments. Employees must understand the dangers of live circuits, grounding, and short circuits. Lockout-tagout procedures ensure that equipment is safely de-energized before maintenance. Proper PPE, adherence to procedures, and continuous training prevent electrical injuries, which can have immediate or long-term consequences. Mechanical hazards are present wherever equipment moves or rotates. Operators must identify pinch points, rotating shafts, and moving parts using guards and following safety protocols. Awareness, proper training, and procedural compliance prevent injuries such as entanglement, crushing, or amputation. Combining engineering controls with safe work practices is critical for protecting employees. Ergonomic hazards affect employee health over time. Repetitive motions, improper lifting techniques, and poor workstation design can lead to musculoskeletal disorders. Employees are trained on safe lifting methods, workstation adjustments, and rotation of tasks to reduce strain. Recognizing ergonomic risks is vital for maintaining long-term workforce health and productivity. Environmental monitoring is essential for compliance and sustainability. Employees track emissions, effluents, and potential contamination, ensuring adherence to regulations. Data is continuously analyzed to identify trends, prevent non-compliance, and implement corrective actions. Understanding environmental impacts allows employees to make informed decisions and protect both the community and the company. Following established safety procedures reduces the risk of incidents. Employees must understand step-by-step protocols for startup, shutdown, maintenance, and emergency response. Adherence ensures that hazards are controlled, resources are protected, and employees remain safe. Repetition and practice reinforce proper behavior and make safety a habit rather than an afterthought. Incident investigation identifies the root causes of accidents and near misses. Employees participate in analyzing events, reviewing procedures, and recommending corrective actions. Understanding what went wrong prevents recurrence, improves safety culture, and supports continuous improvement. Investigation is both a learning tool and a preventative measure. Regular emergency response drills prepare employees for real incidents. Drills simulate fires, chemical spills, and equipment failures, allowing employees to practice evacuation, containment, and communication. Familiarity with emergency procedures reduces panic, speeds response time, and minimizes injury or damage. Repeated practice ensures readiness and reinforces a culture of safety. Preventing fires in the process industry requires constant vigilance. Employees must identify flammable materials, maintain safe storage, monitor temperature and pressure, and ensure fire suppression systems are operational. Understanding fire chemistry and process hazards allows employees to intervene before incidents occur, protecting personnel, equipment, and the environment. Fire prevention is an ongoing responsibility embedded in daily routines and procedures. Chemical spills pose immediate danger to employees and the environment. Employees are trained to contain spills quickly, use neutralizing agents when appropriate, and report incidents to supervisors. Procedures include isolating affected areas, evacuating personnel if necessary, and documenting actions taken. Rapid, informed response minimizes harm and reinforces a culture of safety. Lockout-tagout procedures ensure that machinery is safely de-energized during maintenance or repair. Employees must follow strict protocols to prevent accidental energization. This includes isolating power sources, applying locks, and verifying that equipment cannot operate. Proper lockout-tagout protects workers from electrical, mechanical, and stored energy hazards, making it a cornerstone of safe plant operations. Maintaining personal hygiene is critical for health and safety. Employees must wash hands, wear clean PPE, and follow hygiene protocols to prevent contamination, disease transmission, or chemical exposure. Health monitoring, such as regular checkups and reporting symptoms, supports workplace wellness. Combined with safe practices, hygiene minimizes health risks in process environments. Ergonomics in the process industry prevents long-term musculoskeletal injuries. Employees adjust workstation heights, use proper lifting techniques, and rotate tasks to reduce repetitive strain. Understanding ergonomics allows employees to maintain productivity while reducing fatigue and injury. Workstation design, training, and habit building are essential components of a safe, healthy work environment. Clear safety signage informs employees of hazards and required actions. Labels indicate chemical hazards, fire risks, electrical precautions, PPE requirements, and emergency exits. Employees must be trained to recognize, understand, and act upon these visual cues. Signage reinforces protocols, prevents mistakes, and ensures everyone in the facility can quickly respond to potential dangers. Emergency equipment is a critical safeguard. Employees must know how to locate and properly use fire extinguishers, eye-wash stations, and safety showers. Regular inspections ensure equipment is functional. Effective training builds confidence so that during an actual emergency, employees can act quickly and correctly to protect themselves and others. A strong safety culture integrates safety into every aspect of operations. Employees are encouraged to report hazards, participate in safety meetings, and share best practices. Management supports continuous improvement and ensures accountability. A positive safety culture reduces incidents, improves morale, and increases operational reliability across the plant. Near misses provide critical learning opportunities. Employees should report every incident, even if no injury occurs. Detailed documentation and analysis help identify hazards, improve procedures, and prevent future accidents. Encouraging reporting without blame promotes transparency and strengthens the plant's overall safety performance. Proper chemical storage prevents accidents and environmental contamination. Employees must separate incompatible chemicals, ensure containers are labeled correctly, and monitor storage conditions such as temperature and ventilation. Adhering to chemical storage guidelines minimizes the risk of reactions, leaks, or fires, protecting both employees and facilities. Gas and vapor hazards are common in process industries. Employees must be able to detect leaks of flammable or toxic gases, understand ventilation requirements, and respond promptly. Proper training includes using gas detectors, understanding concentration limits, and following evacuation or mitigation procedures. Awareness and proactive monitoring are essential to prevent accidents, injuries, and environmental impact. Confined spaces present unique hazards, including low oxygen levels, toxic gases, and limited exit routes. Employees must follow strict entry procedures, use personal protective equipment, and maintain continuous communication with a safety observer. Training ensures that workers recognize the risks, conduct air monitoring, and understand rescue procedures. Compliance with confined space protocols prevents fatalities and severe injuries. Lockout-tagout procedures protect employees from accidental startup of machinery during maintenance. Employees must identify energy sources, apply locks and tags, and verify equipment is de-energized before beginning work. Proper implementation prevents electrical, mechanical, or stored energy hazards, ensuring a safe working environment and compliance with regulations. Process safety management integrates policies, procedures, and controls to prevent accidents involving hazardous chemicals. Employees and managers must understand operating limits, maintain process documentation, and perform regular audits. Continuous monitoring, incident investigation, and employee training are all part of a robust safety management system that protects both people and the environment.
Human factors greatly influence safety outcomes. Fatigue, distraction, and poor communication can lead to errors. Employees must be trained to recognize personal limitations, maintain situational awareness, and communicate effectively. Incorporating human factors into safety procedures reduces errors, improves response to emergencies, and strengthens the overall safety culture. Proper handling of hazardous materials is essential to prevent accidents and exposure. Employees must use appropriate equipment, follow material handling protocols, and understand the chemical properties of substances being moved. Correct labeling, storage, and transportation reduce risk, ensuring workplace and environmental safety. Excessive noise in industrial settings can cause hearing loss. Employees must use hearing protection, monitor sound levels, and implement engineering controls where possible. Awareness and consistent use of protective measures prevent long-term health effects and improve comfort and productivity in noisy environments. As we reach the conclusion of this training, let's reflect on the key lessons from process safety, health, and environmental management. Employees play a vital role in identifying hazards, wearing proper PPE, following emergency procedures, and maintaining environmental compliance. From understanding chemical, mechanical, and electrical hazards to practicing safe handling, ergonomic awareness, and reporting near misses, every step contributes to a safer, more efficient workplace. By applying these principles consistently, employees protect themselves, their colleagues, the environment, and the facility. Remember, safety is not a single action. It is a continuous commitment, an integrated mindset, and shared responsibility. Implementing these concepts ensures long-term operational success, reduces risks, and strengthens the overall safety culture within any process industry facility.
Thank you for watching this video on safety, health, and environmental concepts in the process industry. If you found this content helpful, please subscribe to our channel, like this video, and leave a comment sharing your thoughts or questions. Your engagement helps us create more high-quality educational content on industrial management, safety practices, and process operations. Encourage your colleagues and peers to learn along with you, and join our community of professionals committed to improving safety, efficiency, and sustainability in the process industry. Together, we can build safer, smarter, and more responsible workplaces.